Okay, I just want to talk to you about a common thing that I see in surfing, which is where people don't read the wave correctly when the wave goes fat. And as a result of that, they lose their speed as they go into these sections. So the thing that I want to emphasize here is usually when the wave goes fat, the best maneuver to perform are cutbacks. But what normally happens is surfers in these type of situations tend to perform snaps and carves, and all that does is it causes stoppages at the end of these manoeuvres. Cutbacks are the move that allow a surfer to maintain their speed better by drawing a longer arc, effectively performing the move that fits the shape of the wave and drives them back to the wave's power source. To fix these flat section stoppages, a surfer must first recognise when they are entering a flat section or fat section, and with that recognition make the choice to perform a cutback. And a simple solution to this issue is to follow the rule, if fat, cut back. So what does this look like? You can see this surfer here coming into a flatter section, and what they do here is they come up and they do a type of snap maneuver, and as you can see, as they do the maneuver, they stop halfway and then they have to go again to bring them back to the power source. This is something that really you see a lot of, and it's something that can be rectified by following the rule, if fat, cut back. When you have a look at the next little section this surfer goes into, you can see it's even flatter or fatter than the previous one. And again, they're looking at like a snap maneuver. They lose all their speed, and then they, to get their speed going again, they need to bounce. What the surfer could have done here was, in this case here, the second maneuver, they could have come out and driven around, come around and did the maneuver. They would have been back in the power source of the wave instead of where they are out on the face. So if they did the maneuver, did the full cutback, they would have been back in here, and then they would have had more speed and power to do manoeuvres rather than the hopping or bouncing that they need to do here to get into the next section. You can see here what this surfer does is they come out of the tube section. The wave's gone fat, so they've recognised the fatness of the wave, and they make a decisive decision with the rule, if fat, cut back, comes around, does the manoeuvre, and performs a flowing manoeuvre with full control. This recognition of a flat section is really important, because then it also allows you to do a quality turn rather than just a turn. So we see here with this surfer here, they do the turn, but there's no height in the turn. So in this case, they did a snap maneuver in a flat section, and even though there's quality and there's power and the like in the turn, ends up in the white water, but there's no height, there's no high rebound off the foam. So a big part of this cutback situation is, you can see this surfer is entering a fat section. They drive out from the foam up to the top of the wave, then come around, and because they've given themselves enough distance from the foam, they can actually treat it like a backhand re-entry, get plenty of height, and that's a better style of surfing than the previous one where they're just trying to do a maneuver. So very important from a flow point of view, but for those surfers who are more competitive in nature, want to do competitive surfing, very important. If you hit a flat section, you come around and you put a high on the cutback section, on the rebound section, and the judges will appreciate that more. Again, it's very important to, as you're developing your surfing, to maintain your speed and flow, to adhere to the rule, if fat, cut back.